What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here as we are running around in our EMEA account for basically what I can say is just a perfect daily race combination. Group 2 cars around Sardinia Road Track A, the reverse edition. Just a match made in heaven. I've been having so much fun around this track with these cars. It just produces really great racing, some really great drama, and a lot of carnage here, if I have to tell you guys the truth. But if you get paired up with the right people, it can be so much fun, as you just have some very fast cars around a very narrow track. And like I said, those are the type of races that I really enjoy, and especially because this track it's just absolutely brilliant, especially the reverse edition. So we get a 3-2-1 and away we go, starting off in 4th place right behind the Italian and the Polish driver in 2nd. We have a Brit right behind us, and heading into turn number 1. This is one of the funnest corners in the racetrack. Actually, there's a lot of fun corners on this racetrack. I can't lie, but turn 1 is definitely a very cool flat open corner, and you can see right there that we were able to just get through it without any hesitation, without any problems. We're just able to go through it with ease. And now, as we follow the Italian going into the next braking zone here, we're heading to this little windy section as we find our braking point right before that little sign on the right hand side. Trail brake into the hairpin and get off the throttle and get down to this long straight leads into Church's Corner. But as we head into the final part of lap number 1, you can see that the Polish driver gets a tad bit loose by the Italian. The Italian tried to get a little cutback on him, just misjudged it, hit the back of his rear, and lost a lot of momentum. So we were trying to capitalize on that. We were trying to take full advantage of the situation there, but just could not get around him into the final part of the lap. And so we just decided to back out, try to get a really great exit, and luckily the plan looks like it's working as we get a very great slipstream down the straight by the Polish driver. We're on the outside of the Italian heading off of turn number 1, and we get squeezed out into the guardrail and lose 4 positions because we were basically in 3rd position, and fall all the way down to 7th right behind Superior. And boy, was I very frustrated with the Italian driver into that corner, because I just felt like he could have gave us a lot more room into that corner. I know it's very difficult when you have a car on your outside, but you know, he could have lifted off a little bit, just giving us more room on the outside instead of just forcing us and driving us out into the guardrail. And like I said, now I'm just heated. Now I just want to try to catch back up to these guys and just overtake that Italian and just beat him. Now is that's going to be the objective, the goal of this video here, beat the Italian. But as we are now stuck in 7th place, fighting with the 6th place driver Superior and heading to Church's Corner, we are trying to just get around him, just looking for an opening here. And you can see that we were able to put in a purple sector there on the 2nd sector. Superior makes a little bit of a mistake into that corner, brakes a tad bit too late, and he just gives us the position. I believe he was on the medium, so he knew that he didn't want to hold us up, and also on top of that, he probably didn't want to wear out those mediums, that he was going to have to make those last probably up until like lap 4 or 5, as that is the strategy here. So we were given the softs and the medium compound tires. We decided to start off on the softs because I thought we were going to be able to get around all the drivers with the mediums and just pull away, just put in consistent quick lap times, and then come in like around lap 6 or 7 depending on how our tire wear was. But due to the fact that we got taken out by the Italian into turn number 1, basically our game plan just went out the window, and we just have to now just push, make as many overtakes as we can, and try to see if we can get ourselves into clean air like the leader is right now. As you can see, there's a huge gap from him to 2nd place, and I'm basically wishing that was us. But heading to turn number 1, we get a really great run on the Brit right ahead of us, get into the slipstream, just make our way onto the inside, navigate ourselves into turn number 1, and we're able to complete the overtake. But heading to turn number 2, we have caught up to the Italian. As now that I realize that he's right ahead of us, I am seeing a tad bit red, and I want to beat him. I want to get around him. You guys already know that's going to be the goal of the video, beat the Italian. And as we head into turn number 3, you can see he makes a tad bit of a mistake. There goes a tad bit wide, and we were able to kind of close the gap here as we head back into Church's Corner. So off of the corner right here, the Italian goes a tad bit wide as well with the Polish driver, and at this part I'm suspecting that they're both on the mediums because we were able to catch up to them really quick. I don't think they're that slow on this race, but I believe they are on the mediums, and since we are on the softs, we have the preferred compound tire. We're going to be running a lot quicker than they are, and as we head into this final couple of corners, we get very close to the Italian, but again, we just didn't want to take him out. We wanted to race him cleanly and get around him cleanly, and hopefully we can do that here. But heading down the straight, the Italian decides to come into the pits, and my suspicions were correct. He was on the mediums, and he is now going to switch off to the softs, try to make those last the remainder of the race. And again, we're just going to continue pushing with these softs, and around lap 6 or 7 we're going to come in depending on how our tire wear feels. So coming into this next braking zone, this is a very fun corner. You just have to brake I believe a corner earlier than the actual hairpin, and then you're just basically trail braking all the way into the right hand corner, and then just releasing the throttle midway and just getting back onto the power. And it's a very fun corner. It just flows very well when you hit it correctly. There's actually, like I said, there's like maybe 4 or 5 awesome corners around here. A lot of trail braking that has to be done, especially on the last few corners as well. So it's just a lot of fun in my opinion. I'm really enjoying this combination. But anyways, we are now at the end of lap number 5, and we have caught up to the Polish driver Kuba, and you can see that he is struggling a little bit on pace here. So I think he was also on the mediums as we come out of the final corner here, just staying on his slipstream. We're gonna see if he's gonna go to the left hand side and go into the pits, and yes, he does. So there goes our slipstream partner right there, as we are now in our way onto lap number 6. So already halfway through the race, a lot of drama has already unfolded, and what I like is that we now have open track, so we could just put in quick consistent lap times and just hopefully do an overcut on all these guys that came into the pits and had to come out in traffic with those soft compound tires. So that was kind of something that I was betting for. I was hoping that these guys came out in traffic, and if they did, they would have to abuse those softs and just really lose a lot of tire wear. And on top of that, they would just lose a little bit of seconds because they have to fight with these other guys that are running a tad bit slower than them. So I'm not sure if the plan's going to work out. I guess we won't find out until if we come in out of the pits, basically. But coming here into lap number 6, we didn't see that the leader came in, so we decided to stay out. But second place, the Frenchman, decides to come in, and I don't know if that's going to be problematic a little bit further up ahead into the race, but we decided to just stay out. I saw that you know, the leader didn't come in, so he has been basically leading the pace here. So I just wanted to kind of follow what he was doing, just copy his strategy, and maybe it can work out for us. And who knows, maybe these soft tires can go an extra lap, even if they were a tad bit worn out. As you can see on the bottom left, that the right rears and the left rears are both really starting to wear out here. So into the right hander, we absolutely missed the apex. We just overshoot the corner, and kind of affected us here. We lost a tad bit of time, but I'm also keeping an eye on the gap between us and the leader, and it's only gained about 4/10. So if we could just keep it within 3 or 4/10 of the leader, that means that, well, in my opinion, I feel like we did a good job on this in lap, and hopefully we can come out in front of all those guys that had made their pit stops earlier than us. So navigating our way now into the final sector, just getting a tad bit of a wheel spin on the exit. You can see that we're kind of struggling here. We're now getting into the final few corners and just making sure that we don't make any big mistakes, just making sure we just run our lines, don't push the car more than what it can handle. And coming off the final corner, I can breathe a sigh of relief, as we are now going to come into the pits and see what the damage is for staying out an extra lap and just copying the leader here. So coming to the pits, switch off from our softs to the mediums, and off of pit road here, you can see that we are in 3rd place. We get overtaken by 2 cars, and the Italian makes contact with the wall on the exit of turn number 1. Get overtaken by another car as Kuba here on the inside, and now we get demoted back into P. So it actually went a lot better than what I was expecting. I thought we were going to come out in P7, where we had originally been at, I believe, off of lap number 2, but we're able to come out in P6, and one thing that I was enjoying seeing is that these guys up ahead have been fighting. Like, you can just tell that they've been fighting for about a lap or two. So all they were doing was just destroying their softs, their good compound tires, and we should be able, if they continue fighting the way that they are right now, to just stick with them, because we do have fresher tires. We have about 3 lap newer tires, and the mediums are not that slow compared to the softs. I mean, they're probably like about half a second to a second slow, but like I said, with the tire wear on these guys up ahead, maybe we can evenly match the pace. But you can see that the Polish driver Kuba makes accidental contact with the Italian up in 4th place, and he just lost a lot of time coming off of that corner. We were just able to easily get the overtake done, as we have another driver up ahead. Goalie comes into the pits, and he's going to switch off from his softs to the mediums, and we gain another position. So we are now up into P4. So seeing the Italian right ahead of us, we have an opportunity to make an overtake here as we go into the inside. He goes into the inside, breaks very, very early, or actually not sure. He probably broke where he needed to break, and we just broke very, very late. But we tried getting in front of him into that corner, and we just could not do it. So we had to give up the position, as he had the preferred line going into turn number 3. So just biding our time here. We know we have the pace, but we do have to get around the Italian as soon as possible, because we do not want to let the Frenchman get away from us, because that can be a P2 for this race. P1 is probably a tad bit too far away, and it's just it's improbable for it to happen, but we could still get this P2 here, as we were just trying to catch up now to the Italians. We both go a tad bit wide going to the grass, and just both of us making mistakes as we were just pushing the car to its full potential. But as we head into the final corner, we get a really great exit and immediately get straight to the slip of the Italian, as we are gonna run down the very long straight leading us into turn number 1, going into lap number 10 now. Just 3 laps left in this race. We have to make our move here soon, as we go onto the inside, get a really great run side by side with the Italian, make contact with him, and we force him straight into the guardrail, and we take our revenge on the Italian here onto turn number 1, leading us into turn number 2. And I honestly, guys, it might have looked like it was planned, and just the way that everything fell into pieces together, and just the way karma just works out. Like I said, I was not going to back out of the move there. We were going to go there side by side, and either one of us was going to end up making it, or none of us were going to end up making it, because like I said, I was just going to push as much as I could to get around him into the first corner. And it's just unlucky the way that it happened. Didn't really mean to take him out, but hey, like I said, I was not going to back out. Whether he was going to back out and allow me to just get ahead of him or not, that was his decision, and just got tangled up right there once again, and that was the result here. But anyways, heading ourselves into the final lap, we are catching up to the Frenchman up in 2nd place, and with just 1 lap to go, can we get the job done? We already got the position ahead of the Italian, so goal number 1 is finished. But now let's see if we can hold off this podium. As you can see, Kuba is starting to catch up to us here. He is on the soft compound tires. You got to remember, we are on the mediums. So not sure if the Frenchman is also on the mediums as well. I believe he's on the softs, but he came in on lap number 5. So we do know that he's got old, worn out tires, and these mediums hopefully can hold up, and we can get around him, as we have just closed the gap now, leading our way into turn number 5, I believe, but on the 2nd braking zone. So making up a lot of time here as we brake as early as we can to try to get a great exit. We get back on the slip of the Frenchman, just stay in the straight here as we head into Church's corner. You can see that we are within the magical 3/4 of a second gap here from us to the Frenchman, and we are just closing it in, just reeling him every single corner now as we head into the Church's corner, off the corner for the first time, or for the final time. We're heading into this little chicane here, brake right after the 100-meter board, make sure that we hit our apex as he goes a tad bit wide, and we are now within striking distance as he gets a really bad exit. We get a really great run into this final section here, and we are just going to see if we can just back off here, try to get a good exit on the final corner. And we do now, as we are staying in the slipstream. We don't have to worry about Kuba right behind us as he's really far back, but down the straight for the final time, leading us down to the line. We're going to try to get into the inside, and unfortunately we just run out of time and we were unable to take that second place position, but at least we're able to finish off in the podium. So man, what an interesting race. Like I said, I've been really enjoying this combination. Daily race C has just been absolutely phenomenal, and these cars around this track is just, that's just a brilliant combination in my opinion. But anyways, let me know how you guys are doing in this race. Let me know if you guys have been victims into that first corner, if you guys have taken anybody out into that first corner, as like you saw twice on this video here. But yeah, leave that in the comments down below. If you guys really enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button and the subscribe button. And if you guys want to follow me on the Twitches, Instagram, or on Discord, you can find all those links in the description down below. And I want to thank you guys again for tuning into this video and making it all the way to the end. If you guys enjoyed it, I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.